Hello, I'm Skid from Fullscreen Gaming Forum. Today I'm going to be giving you a look at SimCity in about 19 minutes. Now, I'm going to be playing it on my own. I'm going to be given a sort of single player experience, but I have to wait to log into their servers to do that because this game has most annoying or always online connection. And they specifically stated, I'm going to go through this anyway, I know loads of people are talking about it, but they specifically stated that the game was designed so that everybody and their dads can play it. But yet, for some stupid reason, they didn't assume that the massive amount of fan base that this game had would actually try to play the game, and so the servers haven't held up. Which basically means that once we get to a stage where lots of people are trying to log on, everyone has to wait, in this case, 19 minutes to get into the game, which is just ridiculous. Online, DRM is bad across the board. I typically don't buy games with it on, but this game really got me interested and I really wanted to play it, but it's still annoying that I have to wait 19 minutes just to play the sodding thing. But anyway, in 19 minutes or 17 and a half minutes I will be back and I will give you a proper look at the game. So I'll see you in a bit. And I'm back and I'm in. So first things first, multi-monitor support. It's pretty good. The game is horizontal plus, and I would even go so far as saying that the developers considered multi-monitors when they actually created the game. And the reason I say that is because my monitor, which are 16:10 aspect ratio, end here-ish. So that's about my border there. Now a 16:9 monitor will probably end about here, and as you can see the background ends here, and then there's a support frame, and then there's another building here that has another support frame behind it, and then another one here that has a support frame behind that as well. So I'm fairly sure that this little bit of detail here was basically added to say, yeah, we support multi-monitors. That's a pretty neat, nice little thing. You got the same sort of thing over here. Here's the support frame for the background and then a few extra buildings. It did pick up my resolution automatically, so it's in here. I have it on the highest settings with anti-aliasing off. I've also got it set to 60 frames per second, but it's not going to run at that. The performance seems reasonable. The primary problem I think is that Nvidia don't have an SLI profile for this. So effectively, despite the fact my system has to use both cards to run surround because of how I've wired it, it can't actually make use of that power. So I'm probably only running on the equivalent of one, but even then, it's going to stay above 30 most of the time. It will dip below a bit, but for a game like this, 30 frames per second is reasonable. But once they get the SLI sorted, it'll be an Nvidia thing when they release the next set of drivers, I suspect. But once that's in, I suspect I'll probably get 60 frames per second out of this game. There's a few other options here. So there's a video capture system, but I've not actually tried that. Why would I, when I'm fairly sure this will not go up to the resolution I need it to? Then some basic audio options. I've not found anywhere to rebind keys though. I don't know if it's possible. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So yeah, this game is always online, and that's primarily because the game's been designed in a specific way. It's been more geared towards social play, which is getting really annoying from my point of view because I'm an antisocial bastard. So I like to play single player games. But you can play them. Basically, I'll show you how this works. This is my world on my existing game. If I go to create a new game, basically the game's split up into a region. So everybody plays on a region, and that region can have a number of cities in it and a number of great works. Great works are basically just large cooperative structures that you build together in a particular area. So if I select this map here, and we shall call it nothing because I'm not actually going to create a new world, then we'll see that we've got these squares are cities that you can build, and these circles are great works. And these all here will connect to this great work, so these cities will work on that great work, and these and that one, those and that one, etc. But you would effectively then claim a city, and then you would build within that city. Now, unfortunately, the cities are fairly small. I will show you mine in a minute. They also have specific resources in them. So, for example, this one here has no coal and no ore, but it does have a fair amount of water, a little bit of wind, and a reasonable amount of oil. So, basically, if this guy wants coal or iron, or coal or ore, he has to import it. Now, he could import it from here, or he could import it from the global market, or you could get it from here. He's got far more coal. So that's how it's designed. The system is designed so that you specialize smaller cities to do specific tasks, and then you just work cooperatively to make a sort of like one larger area that runs smoothly. So we'll go to my city now. Zoom game. So this is my area. I've claimed these two cities here. One I've called Lincoln and one I've called Horncastle, and the reason for that is I'm creating a new Lincolnshire, and I live in Lincoln and I work in Horncastle, quite literally. So we'll go into the one that I've actually built up first. Does it tell me how long I've actually played it? I don't think it does. This is a private server, so only I can play in it unless I invite some friends, of which I have none. So we'll go into here and we shall view my existing system or my existing city first, rather than go into my larger one. And so the frame rate drops. So now I'm at 25 frames per second. That's 20 frames per second. So, but as you can see, it's all nicely horizontal plus. The HUD is in fact spanned, but that's not really that bad a thing. It makes it a little clunky. But the reason I say that it's not a particularly bad thing is because effectively the pace of the game doesn't require you to be able to very quickly access everything. So having the information spread out a bit allows you to see the city better. But that's primarily going to be a preference thing. I mean, I don't mind it, some people might. But as you can see, it's a fairly large city at the minute. It's got over 100,000 population. But there is a significant problem with it, and that's primarily traffic. There is a lot of traffic in this city, and I've actually got a reasonable amount of mass traffic transit infrastructure. But the problem is that it's just not getting around to the size of the city. So I've got 4 buses here and a load of other things. I've got a train station over there, and then some streetcars that go all the way around the city. I think it's primarily a space issue. I don't think there's effectively enough space in the cars or the buses for everyone, so people are forced to drive. And as you can see, there's just a large queue of traffic coming into my city. Achievement get. So that's one problem with the city. The other problem with this city is water. I am severely low on water. Basically, this is the only water pumping station I have, and it's not doing enough to provide the city. So I'm actually importing water from my second city over there. I could expand this, but I wouldn't get a massive amount of water from it, because this is the only area I can expand to at the minute. And there's not a lot of water here, and I don't really want to take down my solar wind farm. So if I wanted to make or get a better water system in this city, I would have to knock some of these buildings down. If I just pull up here, lots of lovely maps. So here's a nice bit of area for water. I would have to like knock down this area and build another water plant here. So yeah, it's not ideal. Primarily this is a commerce and residential city. Turn the maps off. So basically all of this is residential area, this is commerce, and I have some industry but not much. The primary point of this industry section here is just to feed this. It's a processor plant, and at the minute that's where most of my money's coming from. Speaking of which, I meant to raise taxes because I'm desperately short on money. There we go. Now I've had a couple of disasters, random disasters. The first one was a tornado which I just blew off. Basically it appeared when I'd only constructed this section of the city here and a little bit of this bit here, and it spawned here-ish, and then went that way. So it did bugger all. The second one was a little bit more disastrous. We had a meteor strike, and it's hit here, and what it's done is made this area radioactive. So I can't use this area anymore, and I have no idea how to get rid of the radioactivity. But funds are a primary issue in this, and also there's just not enough industry in this sector or area. So there's a massive demand for industry and I can't supply it. There's also a massive residential demand, but I can't expand that any further either, so I've just got to wait for it to grow on its own. Because I filled the entire city, and that's the primary problem. That is the entire city. I cannot expand it any further. So, as inefficient as it is, there's not a lot I can do without tearing large portions of it down, and I'm not getting enough money to be able to do that efficiently. So, as I said, basically I've got a surplus of electricity here and a reasonable surplus of waste disposal. This is sewage. Garbage is reasonable, it's not the best. And I've also got a reasonable education system and fire department and all of this, so I've tried to make it fairly good in this part, but the traffic is causing a huge problem for all of it, because the fire department can't get to places down here because of this traffic here. So it's not ideal, and I need to optimise it, but I don't have the funds to optimise it at the minute. But we're not going to play around with this city. I've got another one, we'll go over to that in a second. There's my high school. I need to expand my education system because I'm not... yeah, there you go, I'm missing 4,000 students that I could be training, and I'm trying to use this city to educate that one over there as well. So if I just go to the region map, so there you go, this purple line, because I'm still on education, tells me that students from over here, or Sims from over here, are coming to here to visit its schools and its universities. I also have a mass transit link, so the this area here is supporting the mass transit over here, because I've not got a mass transit system, and the same actually applies for the fire department. I do have a fire department over there, but again, I've told my area to support that one, and the same for health and police departments. However, this area over here is actually buying power from here, and it's selling water to here. So basically, the missing water from over here, I'm supplying from my second city, and the power the excess power from here, I'm supplying to that city. So I'm cross-linking the two to make this one more efficient by using this one. So effectively, what I'm doing is expanding this city in a second region and then trying to cross-link them together, and that's how the game is designed. There's potentially a problem with the way that system works, but I need to confirm it. It appears as though basically cities will only actively run if you're loaded into them. So for example, this city will only run or gain money and run while I'm loaded into this city, and this one just stalls. And I'm not entirely sure whether this is the case, but it's certainly the feeling that I've got from the game. If I load here, you remember I said that I'm sharing effectively my fire department, my waste disposal and all that lot? There have been instances where I had a number of fires that I couldn't deal with, that I would have expected the other city to help me with, and it didn't actually happen. And I'm not sure whether or not that's because I wasn't loaded into that city, or whether it's because the traffic over there is so bad. So that's a little up in the air. I still need to work that out, but I'm hoping that's not the case, because that would kind of mean that you're at a massive disadvantage by playing the game on your own. So if we have a look here, 4 deaths per day, I actually have no healthcare whatsoever in this city here, and relying entirely on my other city to supply it for me. And the same goes for police and waste disposal, education, and at the minute mass transit, but I'm going to put some mass transit in here of my own. But first things first, that chip plant or processor plant in the other area is running out of resources. And primarily those resources are resources that I can't actually get over there, or that I don't no longer have the space for. And that's ore, which is this red area here, and coal, which is this grey area here, which I need to produce alloys, and that's the primary thing that's missing from my other city. So I built 2 dirt roads here because I'm going to build, first off, an ore mine. And I'm going to put that there and then expand it outwards. No, I will put it here and expand it outwards from there. Yeah. So there we go. That's my ore mine. So I'm going to leave this as a dirt road at the minute. I will upgrade it later because this is a very inefficient road. I just put it there as a guideline. And the next thing I will need to build will be my coal mine, but I'm also going to need to build a trade depot. In fact, it's telling me that I need to build one now. So I actually have the funds for that. So where was I going to put it? I'll put it here, that makes the most sense. Let me build that road first. Basically everything is connected by roads, quite literally. You may have noticed on the other ones, if we go to the power map, all of the power, water, sewage, all transit through underneath the road. So all of your systems are connected by the roads. They're multi-purpose, rather than having to build individual power lines like you did in the original game, which I had in the Amiga. You just build roads and that connects everything together. So, trade depot. We will drop that there-ish. Yep. So now that I've built this, I can actually upgrade it. And I can upgrade it 3 times. So the things that I need on this will be a ore storage lot, which I can't afford at the minute, and a coal storage lot, which again I can't afford at the minute. So we'll come out of here and we will accelerate speed. Excuse me. At time of playing this game, they've still disabled cheater speed. So llama speed, which is speed 2, is the same as cheater speed, which is speed 3. And they've basically done that for server load reasons. Because, as you saw when I tried to log in the queue, that's effectively why they've done that. Let's give it a sign. I don't know if there's actually any benefit to give it a sign, but everything can have a sign, so I'm giving everything a sign. Money is effectively given in or provided every hour, either by your citizens or by any trade that processes, but your regular income, which is this here, for my citizen, comes in every hour. So there we go. We shall then configure this up so that we export the coal and we are exporting the ore because we want to sell them. And that's that little upgrade. So all of these, or all of this here, this bit here, are all residential, and all of these are commercial, and then all of these are industry. This particular map is going to be primarily industry. If we have a look at the wind map, I'm not generating power at the minute, but if I did, I would probably use wind power. The wind is flowing that way, and that's important because these will generate air pollution. That air pollution will follow the wind. So if I built all of these residential areas up here and all of this lot down here, then this pollution would just float straight up to the residential area and pollute the air, and then they would start getting sick and I'd have all sorts of problems. Yay, an arsonist is on the way. He's going to set fires. So let's see what our Sims want. Wrong button again. I know we can, I can't afford to. So, do we have any protests or anything? No, they're all happy. Can't build those yet. So, let's see. These are our residential areas. there's reasonable demand in our city for medium wealth areas, as well as more demand for low wealth areas. So we shall increase the land value, and we do that. Oh, there's already a reasonable amount of land value here. Primarily by using this here, which are parks, and you can use the lower ones, but the only thing you need to pay attention to is this colour here. As far as I've been able to tell, this will only put a limit up to medium wealth, so if you build lots of these you will never get up to high wealth, and same with this will only effectively counteract these red areas, which are negative influence. So people don't like living near here, but people like living near here. If we look at this land value map thing, basically I'm looking to get white or light green, so white or light green to keep these low wealth, and if I want to get them medium wealth, I need to get them this colour here. So we've got a little bit of money, so let's see if we can build a plaza, and let's build it without destroying many houses. There we go, so that's a reasonable medium wealth area, and that's all a higher low wealth area, so we shall build another one. Let's build one of the larger ones. We'll put a sculpture garden, we'll put it there. There we go, so that's our medium wealth, and then all of this is still low wealth. So that should keep these guys happy. There are other ways of increasing land value, so for example putting a fire station, which is what this was here, that was increasing the land value, and so like clinic nearby or a police station nearby all help land value. Crime isn't too bad at the minute, let's see. Deaths per day is going down. Buildings are still burning down though, that'll be thanks to the arsonist. Oh no. They built down from the last day, not this one. So, we have money. I can probably build a coal mine now. And that I shall build here. To collect all of this resource. There we go. Now, I'm going to need to upgrade them later, so we'll be building Metal HQ later once we've mined lots of ore, and then a smelting factory, and we might upgrade to an advanced coal mine, but the smelting factory will allow us to get the alloys that we need for the processor plant. So, we really need to build some sort of health system in this city. But I'd rather not go for a clinic despite their cheapness, so I'm going to have to. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford that. So yeah, we'll go clinic first. Where's going to be the best place to put it? We'll put it here. We're going to need some ambulances as well. Extra ambulances. Hopefully that will be enough for now. So, there's still a massive demand for industry, and residential demand's fairly high, but I'm going to ignore that. It's industry I'm focusing on here. So, can I upgrade these roads? Can I afford to upgrade these roads? Yes. Need more money. Okay, so we shall zone more industry there and there. I want to build a community college because I want to increase the tech level of this lot here at some point, but I don't think I can afford it in a minute. Like most things I can't afford at the minute. that the best place to split it? Yeah, that's about even on there and there. So a bit more residential. Let's put it on square roads. And I can't build that one because I need to build an avenue, which is probably going to cost too much. Yeah, that's what I figured. Let's turn guides off. Why doesn't it like that? That's valid, that's valid, that's valid. Cannot create valid road end. Ah, that's why. I have to go past it. So, zone a wee bit more commercial, just so that these can build, expand. And then the rest of this is residential. And I think that's the extent of my residential system that's going to be down there. We have no abandoned buildings, so nothing's burning down, that's good. We have a reasonable chunk of money coming in. And building those should expand the population, so there's my medium wealth areas. Let's check building density. Yeah, there's a few that are ready to expand. And now I forget what I was looking for. I do want to increase water production. I want to increase it a lot. So that should give me a chunk extra water production, which will help my other city, which was the point. I'm going to build another one of those over here, so I need to keep that reasonably far away from my industries, because it will pollute the water if I don't. Still got plenty of sewage treatment available in my other region, so I don't need to worry about that for the time being, and plenty of power. What else do we need here? Yes, I need to get some sort of mass transit, and I also want to build a community college somewhere near here. And my education level's going up steadily. Now, this industry section here is all low technology. If I want to increase the technology level, I have to build specific buildings to do it, or to educate the Sims to do it. One of those buildings is this here, the community college, which will also train or teach students, so students will kind of enroll there, but it will also increase the tech level of nearby industry buildings. So if I built that here, pretty much this entire area here will get a tech level boost. Let's just have a look at my funds. So we have sold some raw, but not much. Most of my money is coming in through residential, which is not the plan. So let's expand industry. Oops. Guides, need them back on. The guides are useful because effectively this area here tells me that the industry can grow to that sort of size width-wise, which is why I'm going to skip all of those junctions, because I'm hoping it will help reduce traffic slightly if there isn't so many junctions on all of the roads. So that's why I'm doing it this way. I could quite easily be wrong, but I need to improve mass transit system anyway at some point. So industry there, industry there. Industry there, industry there. Do I want to sort mass transit first or get my community college? They're both about the same because I wanted to buy a rail system, didn't I? Yeah. I'll get the community college first, and I will plonk that there. Excellent. So yeah, that's made that entire area nice and happy. So that should start increasing the tech level around here. It will also allow some students to be trained within here, or trained within this area. I think I have bus stops. Yep. Oh, I need to add some more. And I probably need to add some more normal bus stops. Yep. One there, one there. Oops. I think that'll do for now. Yeah, I'll build one over there in a bit. And now that I can afford it, I will upgrade this little road here. And I think I can build this road up. I need to turn guys off again. Ah! What's happening there is basically I'm holding shift, and if I hold shift and push W to try and move the camera up, then it's changing the window. So it's going to water because that's what the key is set to. I could improve these roads to try and increase the transit of them, or minimise that, but I think getting a proper bus terminal is probably going to be better. Because these buses have a larger capacity. Although they aren't waiting very long for buses at the minute. Largely thanks to the sheer number coming from my other city. So I guess I was wrong about that. Which is good. It's good to be wrong every now and again. So let's build this guy a sign. Can I put it in the front? No, I've got to put it in the top. That will increase ore production. That will increase transit of ore production. We'll do a similar sort of thing here. Need a little bit more money. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Seriously, did that cost that much? Apparently it does. Fair enough. Are they derelict? Like, not enough places to ship freight. My industry has grown quicker than my trade. What I need is another storage bin for freight. And then, if I can afford it, which I can, I made of those. I'm probably going to have to build another trade depot. Or maybe... No, can't get it yet. I will probably have to build one of these later, Trade HQ. I can build one in my other city just because processors sell for a fortune. So you can make a lot of money from them. So I was adding an extra truck to you. So there we go, that's double the capacity of those effectively. This tells me I need more residential. What I will do... Zone a fraction more commercial, and then make more residential there. I don't really want to make this residential because I was planning on building special buildings down here if I could. I'm going to build the train station over here. Yeah, I think I need to get my mass transit thing sorted. Pile up. When the bus stops. Yeah, I need more buses. Need more buses, need more buses. Need more money to get more buses. Are they upgrading or are they just building? Not sure. Ah, there we go. Some larger or more dense buildings are popping up. Let's have a look at the density map. Yeah, there we go. These maps are incredibly useful. You really need to be checking these regularly. So, for example, the building density map tells me that this building here has a nice high happiness and is ready to upgrade. So what will happen, or increase in building density, once this entire area is ready to increase in building density, a larger building will pop up. So you will get these ones here. And they can hold more sort of sims in them, which increases your population, which increases your incomes, and it increases what you can do. The lower ones are low density, so they're not happy enough to expand yet, and that's basically the way things go. Another useful one, as I showed you earlier, is this land value. This effectively tells me that this is a medium wealth area, this is a medium wealth area, this is a low wealth area, and this is a low wealth area. And these sims will not be happy. So what I need to do here is increase their happiness, and let's think. I still need to get a police department. So if I build a police department here, processor factory. I don't need another processor factory, there's one in the other city. Police precinct. This is effectively the more upgraded version. I'm getting money reasonably quickly, so I might grab that next. That might be a reasonable idea. Although crime's nearly non-existent. Hospitals are a little overwhelmed. Yeah, waste is being dealt with. Another school? A high school maybe? I'll have the money in a minute, so I might just go for the police precinct. a mass transit office or a bus station actually won't increase land value, it'll decrease it. So even though I need to build one of those, I'm not going to put it there. I will probably put that either over here, or somewhere along this larger road, the edge of the larger road. Precinct or hospital, precinct or hospital. I've got no crime. Yeah, I'm going to focus on hospital and fire department. So I will wait until I've got the money for fire department or hospital. And hopefully I can expand that out the back. Almost there. So that's around about 42 minutes in. I'm probably expecting this video to try and aim for an hour-long video. I think I'm getting through everything that I want to get through. There we go. These are increasing in tech levels, so if I go back to education, we can't quite see. Yeah, I think I do need to add some sort of education system in here. So yeah, they're improving. So, yes, hospital. There we go. Nice expensive building, we'll drop that there. All of the upgrades for this are also extraordinarily expensive, but the main thing is that I can expand out that way, which I can, and that I can build, yep, extra hospital vans. I'm fairly sure I can place one of these in the top. Gotta have a sign, we'll put that up front. Wellness centre, which create wellness vans, so I can put those along the back there. So yeah, I can expand this area here with it, and hopefully that will help treat my injured sim beings. If I'm correct, there we go. That's pushed back the negative land value for this here. So this is all nice and white again. So these should be, they won't be happy, but at least they won't be angry anymore. So we want to increase the land value of the area a little bit. I can't build that over there. Put that there. Choices. Put that one there. There we go. So that should keep all of these in a low wealth area, but yeah. Have I got high enough yet? No. That's a good point. Let's see. We already have a Department of Education in the other city. These departments are actually shared across the entire region. So because I've got a Department of Utility, a Department of Transportation, and Department of Safety and a Department of Education, I already can build all of the options that they give me. However, I am going to need a Department of Finance for this area, so since there's room out back, we shall plop that out back. Yeah, I can build a mayor's house. This is useful because it increases land value as well, so it's a fairly good way to increase land value. You will not have to suffer the coal pollution on your own. There we go. So some buildings like this one here, this building and certainly this mansion here, they increase the happiness of your entire city. So they're quite useful. 3 abandoned buildings. What's the bet in that? Yep. Because there's not enough places to ship it. Fair enough. So I still need mass transit, but I also need more trade depots. I was kind of hoping that would fit there. Never mind. So we shall put this second trade depot here. And we need more room for freight and more coal and more iron ore. Definitely going to need more trucks, so we'll fully upgrade this. And for the time being, again, we want to be selling coal and selling more ore. So at the minute, I'm getting 23k a day from raw ore sales and 13k a day from coal sales. So I can afford to upgrade this one more time. So we'll put that there. So that will generate more ore. Drop that there. And next time we get a chunk of cash, we'll do the same for the coal mine. So let's check our powers. Still got plenty of power, water, still got plenty of water. Again, I'm going to need to expand this just to supply the other city. And we've still got plenty of waste disposal, but at some point I'm going to need to upgrade the other city. Here we go. So these are expanding quite nicely. I think these are all low wealth built or low wealth, yeah, flat apartments. These are medium wealth. I've not got anywhere for high wealth at the minute. They can all go to the big city if they want a high wealth area. Although they are requesting more medium and high wealth, so let's give them what they want. I think when I upgrade this fire station that will do it, but I also want to have education. Yeah, I want to increase education at some point. Possibly another community college. We could always just expand the community college. The advantage of the community college is you can build this a fair way out. But unfortunately I can't build it quite that far out. Putting it here would be nice. Although I don't have the ability to buy a new one, do I? No, and it won't fit there anyway. But there must be something useful I can put there that will fit. Maybe the fire department will fit there when I can afford it. No, it won't fit there. Mass transit won't increase land value. Having another one in the centre here is probably the best bet. I think, although they're not happy. Why are they not happy? No money. Not enough jobs. Their industry's fine. Are they homeless? Yeah, I think they're homeless. Taxes aren't high, so rent shouldn't be high. High rent. People are protesting high rent. which is probably indicative of there not being enough residential area. But you can go to the other city and transit. That's kind of the point. If I increase land value, that in theory will increase rent. Oh right, yeah, that was my request to build a large and now I forget the name of them. No money. Maybe that's because I don't have any. Yeah, maybe I should be aiming for white rather than green. Maybe that's my problem. In which case, I can lower the value of your rent by knocking that and replacing it with something more basic. And now I've got someone at my door. I will be right back. And I'm back. So let's continue where I left off. I think the primary problem was effectively that the land value was too high for these guys, so they couldn't pay the rent. So I've put in a small field there rather than a more expensive one. And similarly, I'm going to knock this one down and put in something else. Can I actually fit a baseball field there? I can, but it's going to take up way too much space. Skate park seems about the reasonable size, so we will knock this down and replace it with a large skate park. There we go. Hopefully that should sort that issue out. So let's unpause the game. And now we actually have a chunk of money thanks to that messing around. So we are going to bulldoze down. So that's my phone telling me it's running out of battery. I'm using it to tell me how long I've been recording. We're going to knock down the fire station and build a bigger one, which I almost couldn't afford. There we go. So let's add some upgrades to this. If we can, we'll add a radar tower, we'll put that there. We'll add a sign, we'll put that there. We'll add another fire truck garage. And we won't worry too much about those because they're... In fact, we are going to need a hazmat one, but we don't need it now, so that should increase fire coverage reasonably. So, are they still complaining about high rent? They are, but there's not a lot I can do about that. Short of building more houses, which I don't want to do, they can move to my other town. I bet I know where that one is. Yeah, that's thanks to the fact that I got the limited edition because it was the same price as the standard edition. No, I don't want to expand you at the moment. Stop asking for my money. And the other thing I wanted to do was expand this. Let us mine some more coal. Export some more ore. Do we have any abandoned buildings? We don't. We do, however, have a whole bunch of homeless. So, power is reasonable. Water is reasonable. Sewage is reasonable. Garbage collection is not ideal. Probably going to need to sort that out at some point. Fire should be reasonable. Hospitals, ooh. I think I need more ambulances. So let's build... There! You bastard! I was trying to rotate them. Never mind, I was going to plant it somewhere on there anyway. And then we'll also increase the number of ambulances this thing has. Can I not place it right beside it? I could if I had the money. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that will increase health coverage. Crime fighting's good. Education's reasonable. There we go. Tech level's increased. So mass transit is the next thing I really need to work on, I think. Has that not been put out? The shopping in this town is in the next town. Go transit. It's not like they're actually demanding commercial. They're demanding residential, and then there's a industrial demand that's net or regional wide. So yeah, I think I've expanded that roughly to the point that I wanted to. And I'm fairly sure I've gone through most of the game's mechanics. I am enjoying it a lot. The DRM is a kick in the teeth, I'm not going to lie about that, and certainly they should have expected this sort of load. I mean, they literally said that they're designing the game so that everyone could effectively play it, or so that as many people as possible could effectively play it. And yet, when everybody tried to play it, the servers backed up and they couldn't. Which is just ridiculous. They should have handled that better. They should have seen that coming. But never mind. Look at all the traffic. Upgrade the road, quick. All adjacent roads. I actually need to start upgrading these roads. Basically, Metals HQ, sweet, I need that. The one thing I might not have said, it's kind of important, but building density, buildings can't expand if the road doesn't support the density. So if we look here, we've got two buildings here, they're ready to expand, that are connected to this low density road, or is it medium density? No, low density. So these buildings cannot expand because the road does not support it. Now, if I upgrade said road, with any luck, there we go, buildings are expanding. So that's the other, I really should have said that earlier, that's the other main mechanic that you really need to know, that building density is controlled by the roads connected to it. But anyway, I shall leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I've not got any plans for videos next week, but I might release a video as a sort of announcement type thing, so like a video, a vlog of some description, because there's something I want to put towards you guys that subscribe to my channel. But I'll see whether I get the time or whether or not I do that. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.